I've been reading a book called Sophie's World, and there's this really interesting sentence that I haven't quite been able to get out of my head. It says, and I quote, "If you just shake your head, not recognizing yourself as either a child or a philosopher, then you have gotten so used to the world that it no longer astonishes you." Which I believe naturally begs the question, why are we born? Why do we die? What is the meaning of living? Or perhaps there is no meaning? Questions such as these have plagued the mind of humans for thousands of years. I don't really think there is an answer, just different points of views. But I also don't think that makes it any less real. Saying meaning doesn't exist is like saying love is only a neurochemical high produced for reproduction. And perhaps reductionists do believe that this mechanical aspect of us is fundamentally what explains our behavior. But even reductionists find meaning in finding answers. But why make the socially constructed concepts anything more than what they really are? But then again, what are they really? Are the emotions that we have just reduced to biology and chemistry? Are the brains that we have no more than neurons firing up our nervous systems, and our need for belonging is just an evolutionary trait that promotes tribalism? And perhaps they are, in a way, in a fundamental and baseline way. In a way that the canvas that we were given was put on a table, and it was completely blank, and the colors that were right beside it were stale and ordinary. Looking for meaning is like trying to make sense of the blank canvas and the stale colors. Some may call this existentialism, which is the branch that I choose and that tells us to create our own meaning. I stay up late at night trying to find the right colors and the right sketches to start with my story. I want to make it meaningful and important. Perhaps most of us want to make it meaningful and important too. The phrase carpe diem rings through my ears and reminds me of the 14-year-old boy I was, who would fantasize so much about drawing for a living. But I also believe that we all start with different colors, different brushes, different cups of water, and different textures. Why is it that we see life as a giant metaphor? It seems as though it is impossible to describe the astonishment of life with simple words. Which reminds me of John Green and a quote that he wrote. It says, "Life is a series of choices between wonders." And let's drop the painting metaphor, because I wonder what it would be like to move to a different city. I wonder what it would be like to talk to that interesting young lady. I wonder what it would feel like to study chemistry, or maybe what it would feel like to drop out. Each choice we make is made of wonder, and each new wonder that we discover allows us to find new wonders and new curiosities. However, despite all this, I'm not really into philosophy that much. At least not the way of someone who studies philosophy is. I'm into philosophy the way someone who is sick and searches on their Google search bar what they have is. And I do believe that philosophy is the language of meaning, and overall, what I am looking for is meaning, and poetry is the language of the heart. But the beauty of this belief of mine is that I don't want anyone else to believe it. The beauty of our painting is that some people may believe it is a masterpiece, and some might not. But whether it is a work of art to yourself is far more interesting, I believe. And the holistic and the reductionist, the religious and the atheist, the evidentialist and the pragmatist, can we really put them in a label? We are not the sum of our parts, we are the emergence of them. But that is only what I think. I may be wrong to many people, or maybe I'm just naive, but the love that I feel for the world, at least, is real to me.